of Jesus Christ and Him crucified. And I was with you in weakness and in fear and much trembling. Paul admitted that he did not use the art of oratory to preach the gospel. The Greeks during that Paul's time in Corinth highly valued rhetoric. And Paul, who was highly educated, could have easily impressed them with his debating skills. He didn't boast or display his outstanding credentials as a learned Pharisee or a school Roman citizen. He decided to know nothing except to make Jesus and the cross the centrality of his message. For Paul did not come as a philosopher or a salesman. He came to the Corinthians as a witness to proclaim the testimony of Jesus Christ. Paul also admitted that he was in weakness and in fear and with much trembling when he was preaching the gospel to the Corinthians. Friends, do you feel this way when you share the gospel with someone, or when you invite them to church or the Alpha course? Well, you are in good company, because the great Apostle Paul also trembled with fear when sharing the gospel. During Paul's time, there was little tolerance like today, and it was more dangerous to promote ideas that went against mainstream teachings. In the book of Acts, we read how Paul faced opposition and persecution while preaching the gospel. In Acts chapter 14, we read how Paul in the city of Lystra was stoned by the Jews and almost died for preaching the gospel. He almost died. Can you believe that? When we share the gospel with people, we are uncertain and sometimes afraid of their response. They could respond positively or react negatively. That might threaten our reputations, our friendships, and relationships with them. None of us here like to be rejected, scolded, or mocked. Despite his fears, Paul never gave up preaching the gospel. We know that he persevered right to the very end when he appealed to Caesar and was brought to Rome, where he was eventually beheaded for his Christian faith. Friends, in Singapore, I believe there is minimal risk to share the gospel publicly and openly. I doubt we will be stoned or executed for sharing the gospel or inviting someone to Alpha. Speaking of Alpha, a little bit of advertisement for all of you guys. Last Thursday, we had about 20 guests and helpers for our first